if you are not getting the kind of like, oh my God, fanning of the flames, you got to keep going, you got to keep going. It's sort of still on you to sort of like figure out, it's like, how is it that I can push aside the
Hmm.
weeds that are in the way of me expressing what's really in me?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's still there. It's not a matter of like, oh, you don't have it. Like you have it. There's just something that's not that you need to clean up the delivery of it somehow so that
Yeah.
it gets through and connects with other people. So that's why when it does connect, it's just like, it's like the fax machine. And it's just like, okay, it gets through. Then all of a sudden people are like, oh my God, because it actually is
Yeah.
very rare.
Yeah, and what's so interesting about it is sometimes that's your friends and family, and sometimes it's not. That's
Oh
one of the
yeah.
tricky things early on. Who do you show it to first? Who do you get reactions from first?
Yeah.
Friends and family. And sometimes it takes all the magic and all the excitement out of it because it might not be speaking to them, you know?
Oh yeah.
That's part of the trick, isn't it? Is finding the people out there who it connects to. Any one of our art is not necessarily going to connect to 9 out of 10 people or 5 out of 10 people. It might be 1 out of 50, you know?
Yeah.
And
But
those
one out of 50 is a lot of people.
1 out of 50 is a
One
lot of
out of
people,
50. There's a lot of people
but it's
in
not a
the
lot of
world.
friends and family
Right.
that are gonna go ding ding ding. You might get one or two that connect with it, and it's easy to.
Yeah, you got to go for strangers. I heard somebody say that, like just really do whatever you can to somehow get in front of strangers, because strangers see you
Mm,
as you are in this moment. Like people who already know you, who already
yeah,
have deep relationships, when they look at you, they're not looking at you today.
yeah,
They're looking at this entire history that's just like showed up, this whole story that goes
yeah.
back however long.
And it
So
can
they're
be
not even,
embarrassing to look at a
oh
friend
yeah,
going for it.
oh yeah. Yeah, because we all have these narratives of our
Yeah,
friends, and then all of a sudden they do something like this, and it's just like, that doesn't fit my narrative, buddy.
right.
This I need to tell you, this ain't gonna work out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
This blip is the mistake, is the
yeah.
midlife crisis where
Yeah,
you go crazy for a little bit, then you got to settle down
totally.
and then come back to reality.
Right. I'm cringing because that's a certain fear that we all carry, isn't it? Is that we're that guy.
Oh yeah. Well, I've had that fear for so long that I'm starting to acclimate to it. I'm really starting to not care as much about that. It's taken a long, long time, and I still have it. But I think that I think that's the one good thing about putting pies in your own face over and over again for so long, that now the narrative is, for most people that know me, it's just like he's the guy who puts pies in his own face. Like,
Right.